Hello. I'm going to make this really quick because I am on my break from work today. Um, my eyes are really puffy, and the reason for that is, um, just what I was talking about sleeping with the eyelashes on. It actually poked me in the eye while I was sleeping and scratched something. So, my eyes have been a mess for the last few days. So that didn't work out so well. This is kind of red. I need to check on that actually. But anyway, this has been a nightmare of a morning. Somebody hacked into my pay card and cleaned out my bank account. I have backup accounts, and so I'm not destitute, but it was a lot of money, and I'm pretty angry about it. And I talked to somebody named Gwendolyn at Daily Pay, and she was not helpful about it at all. And that was the third phone call. I did have to get a little Karen because the first one was a receptionist who was not helpful at all, tried to transfer me and kept coming back on the line and saying nobody was picking up instead of just transferring me. And then the second one, so she told me to call back and hit another number. What was the point of that call? Wasted 15 minutes of my time. And then the second one did not speak English. And I don't have an issue with that, except that she was using some kind of software that was translating it, and it caused the call to be like completely garbled and everything. And, if you are a rich CEO that values profit over service to your customers, and we all know how people feel about those kind of people, uh, and are so low on providing a value and service to your customers. Maybe don't hire people that are working offshore that don't even speak English when your crappy AI software doesn't work. The call was unintelligible. I work in a call center, and if your people that handle the calls don't speak English, they have no business taking calls from the United States unless they're taking calls in some other language like Cantonese or Creole or something like that. That where it's really difficult to find customer service reps that speak those languages. And I am aware, working in a call center, that we do get calls in those kind of languages in Russian. Although I think there are enough immigrants that actually can take those calls. So that was irritating and a waste of my time. So the third person that I spoke to was a manager, and also offshore, asking about my postal code. We all know that means Canada. And the reason I bring up Canada is because what I was able to deduce is the scummy con artist that cleaned out my account was from Canada, from the phone number, British Columbia. And they did absolutely nothing. The charges have not even gone through yet, but they did absolutely nothing to stop the charges from going through. So that is, really lovely that a cancer patient cannot have access to my own money that I worked extremely hard for. Because lovely Canada, the nation that exports um, asbestos to developing countries with absolutely no remorse or shame, and will not provide asylum to American expatriates because they don't have 20 or $30,000 in their bank account, and Americans are not wealthy like people think they are. Canada is looting American bank accounts of people who work in call centers who make minimum wage and not much more than that, and people who are on have terminal illnesses. That's what Canada does. And then there are nasty people that live in their country that are taking American jobs, working for their payroll services, refuse to provide assistance. I have a low opinion of Canada, and I do have a very dear friend who watches these blogs, but I'm sorry, that is the opinion I get as an American of what goes on in Canada, is that somebody cleaned out my bank account that lives in British Columbia, and then another person who was supposed to stop payment on those charges because they were so extremely suspicious, refused to provide assistance because it was inconvenient for her on a Sunday. And she really had two choices. She could actually maybe go the extra mile, but that's maybe not how they do things in Canada. It sure would be here in the United States, because we do work hard in the United States. That's how we do things. I only get Christmas Day off. I play video games with people in the EU, and they get the whole week off, and it's a difference in mentality here. And, I work on Sundays. If I get a phone call from somebody that needs enrollment in a healthcare plan, I will work hard and assist that person. But this person did not wanted lift a finger to go the extra mile. Thanks a lot, Gwendolyn in Canada. I will mention your name frequently. You refuse to provide your last initial, but it's Gwendolyn at Daily Pay. And working offshore in a country that has postal codes, Canada. So, and you had a very North American accent, so obviously Canada. Obviously, you didn't sound South African and you did not sound Indian. You sounded very Canadian to me, and didn't help me. So I have no doubt that Facebook Marketplace, which I don't even have an account on Facebook Marketplace, never bought anything on Facebook Marketplace or Meta Marketplace, whatever it was, never used that service. I don't pay for anything on Facebook Marketplace or Meta Marketplace, whatever it is. I never use that for exactly that reason, is because it's a hotbed of fraudulent activity, and they refuse to assist. I've never used those kind of spending activities. And just to give you an idea what to look for and check maybe on your account today, there were probably about 100 charges on my account, all for $5, $6, $7, $10, and $11. All a bunch of those charges on there. And yes, add that up. That's a lot of money. It was about, it's a lot of money. And that's kind of my extra money that I use for little things on Amazon and things like that I have left over. I use it for small things like gas and stuff like that, but it added up to a lot of money. Fortunately, I've already paid my bills this month and everything, but it did, that was my money that I had earmarked for my meal delivery. And I had to make phone calls to make sure that I get my food delivered this month, because that's my food for the next 2 months. And all of this, cooperation among Canadian citizens working in jobs that were outsourced offshore to Canadians from the United States, cooperation among them to assist each other, to not assist someone who has been robbed blind by a Canadian scam artist robbing somebody with stage 3 cancer. And I'm really angry about that. It just makes me hold that country in even lower opinion. The Canada, the country that has boondoggled the United States, especially people of a left-leaning persuasion, into thinking they are just such a beautiful and wonderful country. No, it's a big giant West Virginia full of all the problems that West Virginia has. Except West Virginia does not export asbestos to developing countries. I will give West Virginia credit where that is due. And also all problems that Louisiana has, except Louisiana does not export asbestos to developing countries. And, you know, there's just so many things that I dislike about that country. They rip off people on rent. There's just I could go off about it. And yes, your southern neighbor does not like you, does not worship the ground that you walk on, Canada. I don't like you. You didn't help me, and one of your citizens or one of your residents robbed me blind this morning, and another one of your residents chose not to do her job. Actually, maybe three, not to do their jobs and rectify that situation. Don't like Canada, and now I have a really good reason for it. That's very personal to me. So that sorry, you know who you are. You're a good friend, supportive and everything. You know who you are. Sorry to dog on your country. You are one of my viewers, but this is what happened to me today. I'm not happy about it, and I know you maybe have some authority there, but I think you live in a different province, so maybe not. And so it's just been kind of an icky day. Um, and on top of that, I have just been kind of like, my eye has been almost swollen shut for the last couple days. So I'm just watching Star Wars movies. I've seen them except for Solo. So I finally am watching that right now, actually, while in between calls. And it's Sunday is a slow day. We normally are pretty lucky if we get one phone call during the day. But we have to be there, just in case. So I do need to get and grab a bite to eat, nutrition and all that. So, other than that, it's going okay. I haven't had any health issues or anything. So, that's kind of the update for me. And hope you are having a better day than I am. I hate Facebook right now. I really hate it. So have a good day. Bye-bye.